What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Lawrence Johnson Show. We back like cook crack in the 80s. Go hit that hype button because we need to break out the algorithm. And for the people to see it, that's what I need. Now, I don't think the hype button costs no money. I don't really know what the hype button look like. But they sent me a message. They're like, hey, you know, if people watch your show, if they hit the hype button, we'll push the video out. You know, I'm just listening to the YouTube gods. You feel me? But let's dive right into the news today. And what is that? Message to people in the military. This administration does not have your back, especially Dweeb Hegseth. Because I have never seen Secretary of War throw his cadet, his comrade, under the bus quicker than this man, Dweeb Hegseth. Oh, my days. Son was moving different.
Everybody could be in the room watching our professionals. Our professionals like Mitch Bradley, Admiral Mitch Bradley, and others at JSOC and SOCOM and other commanders. And I have empowered them to make that call. Now, the first couple of strikes, as you would, as any leader would want, you want to own that responsibility. So I said, I'm going to be the one to make the call after getting all the information and make sure it's the right strike. That was September 2nd. There's a lot of intelligence that goes into that, building that case and understanding that. A lot of people providing information. I watched that first strike live. As you can imagine, at the Department of War, we got a lot of things to do. So I didn't stick around for the hour and 2 hours, whatever, where all the sensitive site exploitation digitally occurs. So I moved on to my next meeting. A couple of hours later, I learned that that commander had made which he had the complete authority to do. And by the way, Admiral Bradley made the correct decision to ultimately sink the boat and eliminate the threat.
I went from fake news to now I was there. I watched it happen live, but then after, you know, I'm the Secretary of War. I'm busy, son, so I had to get up out of there. I had to be moving, grooving, vibing, sliding. I don't really care about what happens after that. And then I heard Admiral Bradley was just like, you know what? Boop. See you never. And killed him. And I was just like, that was the right call, but I didn't make that call. I agree with him. And that's the thing. If you were one of these people to quickly comment and be like, well, no, he's defending Admiral Bradley. Didn't you see him mention him at the end? Just go ahead and leave this video. That means you don't have the IQ, the logic. You was probably on a short bus. You don't understand that's him covering his ass. He mentions his lasting support for him after he separates himself completely and says, you know, I made the initial call. That first strike, that was all me. I'm Secretary of War, Dweeb Hegseth, dickheads. But that second one, I mean, the fog of war. I couldn't see what was, first off, man, you just trying to drop names down there talking about, that's what you guys don't know.
Any survivors, to be clear, after that first strike? You personally?
I did not personally see survivors, but I stand, because the thing was on fire. It was exploded and fire and smoke. You can't see anything. You got digital. This is called the fog of war. This is what you in the press don't understand. You sit in your air-conditioned offices or up on Capitol Hill and you nitpick and you plant fake stories in the Washington Post about kill everybody, phrases on anonymous sources not based in anything, not based in any truth at all.
Clearly you don't know what the fog of war means either, because they're not talking about literal smoke during a fucking bombing, dickhead. But I digress. The fact that the first thing you do is separate yourself from the person that made the call, because at first we didn't know who made the call. But now it's, oh, this is all on Admiral Bradley. And if I was Bradley, I would lawyer the fuck up. And now it makes sense why Mark Kelly and them made these type of statements and were like, hey, man, don't follow legal orders. Because you clearly giving them the fuck out. And I don't want to stay on the situation, but I need to stay on the situation because that's an actual war crime that happened in our White House. And so to the military people out there, I appreciate you serving, but at the same time, like, yo, watch your back because clearly they don't give a fuck about you. I mean, we didn't even know it was a guy named this Admiral dude. But all of a sudden, he's just, oh, yeah, man, fuck him. That was his call, son. That wasn't me. And he's like, wait, hold on. We have you on Fox News back in the day saying, this wasn't AI. This is a live strike. I was there bragging about the shit.
That was definitely not artificial intelligence. I watched it live. We knew exactly who was in that boat. We knew exactly what they were doing, and we knew exactly who they represented. And that was Tren de Aragua, a narco-terrorist organization designated by the United States, trying to poison our country with illicit drugs.
But all of a sudden, now there's you know it's a war crime since you didn't know before because you never read the handbook and you just got handed this position even though you're playing this shit like you're a 14-year-old playing Call of Duty. But now the blowback is coming. Pause, no Diddy. And you're like, what the? Wait a second. Well, no, I didn't. No. I made the first strike. I did that. But the second one, the war crime part, I had nothing to do with it. I had a meeting. And there's people that's going to believe you, but you should go to prison for murder because you killed 2 survivors from what could be just regular fishermen. And Colombia families have already looked to try to sue the U.S. because of this exact problem. And so now it makes me like Mark Haley even more after hearing him just fucking dunk on you like this.
Into bankruptcy, I was getting shot at over Iraq and Kuwait. In 2001, after Donald Trump said that the collapse of the Twin Towers meant he now owned the tallest skyscraper in Manhattan, I was carrying flags honoring 9/11 victims into space on a rocket ship. In 2003, when Donald Trump was writing birthday greetings to the monster Jeffrey Epstein, I was the first on the scene to recover the bodies of my fellow astronauts who died when Space Shuttle Columbia exploded during re-entry. In 2011, when Trump was hosting a reality show and peddling conspiracy theories against President Barack Obama, I was sitting next to my wife's hospital bed as she recovered from a gunshot wound to the head. My point is this: I've been through a lot worse in service to my country. The president and Pete Hegseth are not going to silence me.
And the fact you want me to take you serious with Secretary Hegseth not even spelled fucking correctly, you got the double S in the beginning, is that you trying to send a secret message that you already know? One of them Nazis? Or is just incompetence shown again and no one decided to check the nameplate and they're just like, man, who cares? He can't fucking read anyways. But I mean, this is just an embarrassment. Almost as embarrassing as Trump falling asleep. Yet again, this is like elder abuse. He used to make fun of Biden all the time. But nobody's been caught on camera falling asleep more than you now. Being mad cameras everywhere. Lights be on, you just be. And I can see now that you guys had this little memo of like, okay, if you see Trump dozing off, make sure you mention his name very loud so he wakes up a little bit. But Marco, he didn't even open his eyes for you. He just gave you the old grab head nod. Thanks for Dickie and Marco, but like, I'm in my dreams, and your son. This is way better. Shut the fuck up. Peace. This is the current stature of the U.S. Like, this cabinet meeting made me realize we are so much more fucked than I have ever realized. Where it's just like, oh man, these people do not care about you, about us, about America. It's all about themselves. It's just like creating this fantasy world that they're like knights and they're winning this courageous adventure they need to be on. It's just like, what the fuck y'all even talking about here? These are not the problems we need to be focused on. There's a lot of other things that are problems. And that's the thing. Now that I'm older, right, Iraq, I was a kid. I didn't really understand why we was sent over there. I just, 9/11, ooh, bad. We had to go get the Middle East. And I was a kid, so I was just like, oh yeah, Middle East must be bad. But now I'm grown. I know, one, is West Asia, and two, I know that we basically just toppled a bunch of governments that wouldn't listen to us. And now I'm watching it happen live in action, and I can't just watch us go fuck another country over without saying anything. What we're doing in Venezuela is what dictatorships do. All of a sudden, we're painting him, oh, this guy loves drugs. He's a drug runner. We got to stop drugs because he puts cocaine into our country, and then our people die. He's killing them. And as always, drugs don't kill people. People that take drugs, they die. That's not the president's fault. But you're using that as an excuse to go to war with Venezuela But at the same time, in Honduras, you just released a president, former, that was attached to 400 tons of cocaine and getting direct money kickbacks from the cocaine coming into the U.S. But you released him because you heard someone in Honduras was going to win that you didn't want to win. And while all this is happening, America is fucked. It's not like this is looking like a great country and everything is all fucking roses and great over here. Motherfuckers out here struggling. And we're worried about interfering with other countries' elections because why? Venezuela is obvious, the oil. It's so crazy, Dave Chappelle's skit can still work. Oil? Who said anything about oil? Get the fuck up out of there. No, now they stand on business and saying it out loud. Yeah, we need that oil. But yeah, no, don't worry about it, though. The president, though, he's a drug dealer. I know I just pardoned this drug dealer that was also president of a different country, but he is on the government side that I like, so he can go back to Honduras because we need him to win. And you can't just attach a president to a bunch of drug dealers. But wait, you're doing that in Venezuela? Or are you saying that the president, is the Pablo Escobar or this one, and the Honduras guy that literally was getting kickback was just, nah, man, he was just, doing what he had to do. Why strictly for vibes? I mean, I don't even know how people sit at home and just like believe the bullshit they hear, can't logically be like, oh, wait a second. Damn, we're just looking to go to war. We can't find one, so we're making one. I don't know why. I thought this was America first. We will fight no wars. This is peace through strength, but you guys is looking to create problems. Oh, man. Money, 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 money. That's all it comes down to. Every single time. It just comes back to follow the money. And once you follow it, you're like, what the? Here we go again, greedy bitches. And Dweeb Hegseth didn't stop there, because then he decided to use someone's name, likeness, and literally an entire company and made this dumbass Franklin post about Franklin blowing up narco-terrorists to the point that the company had to come out and make a statement and say, hey, we're a Canadian company, different country I might add, and we don't understand or stand by the use of our name and likeness. So now you could have a lawsuit on your hands, and hopefully Canada come down on your ass. You should be in prison, you should lose your job, and you should just sit in a fucking corner with a dunce cap on and just shut the fuck up. That's where Dweeb Hegseth should be permanently. We deport Valentina Gomez. This bitch sucks.
I officially filed to become your next congresswoman. So the choice is yours. Vote for me so we can kick every dirty Muslim out of Texas. Save your daughters from getting raped by Mohammed and protect our soldiers from getting murdered in broad daylight. Let me be very clear. We will make Texas the worst place for groomers, terrorist Muslims, pedophiles, and illegals to live in, so help me God.
I see you call people dirty Muslims when the people that you're trying to peddle to and get their vote will turn around in 1 second and be like, you dirty Mexican, get the fuck out this country. It's just astounding to me. And you're like a low-wage corner slut that just sells to the lowest or highest bidder. Whoever just give you a little bit of play and to hide your Spanish accent, I can hear English not even your first language. Like, what the fuck are you even running for? What are you trying to accomplish? You think people are going to support you? And the fact that you even have followers, it makes me like, is all of this bought by bots? But like, I saw you just go over to Israel and, on your knees, suck an 8-pack dick. And that's how I know they must be struggling. Because if they give it you, buddy, oh yeah. They losing the narrative battle by 1,000 fucking points. Because I know you always last on their list of like, man, God. All right, fine. Fuck it, bro. How many times has she added us on Twitter? Yeah, we'll just send her some money, bring her to Israel. Yeah, she's kind of pretty. Maybe somebody won't spit on her, I hope, I guess. Yeah, Valentina, see you never. You're never going to win an election. You might as well just put a link in your bio and start an OnlyFans, because that's your best chance of success. And the people that you want to vote for you, they don't fuck with you. They don't even want you here. And if they heard you talking your first native-born language, the one that you fight through in accents to speak English, yeah, they'd be like, oh, we speak English here. Get the fuck out of here. If me, I just want you to fuck out of here because you are a shitty person and you show what it means to be a shitty person and somehow to ascend to some type of success. And to me, you're just a perfect example of someone I would never want to be. And if I ever had a daughter, I'd be like, yo, don't ever be like this dumb bitch. Luigi Mangione has returned to the scene. He was 2 hours late for his latest hearing. And people, there's no way I could ever hate Luigi Mangione. And I don't think anybody in America is ever going to hate that man, because he took a step that most people will say, oh yeah, it's crazy, insane, but most likely low-key was needed, because it actually had United Healthcare shaping up for maybe a week. But his team is already trying to get the money thrown out, and they're trying to get the gun thrown out, because basically he's like, I didn't have either of those things. I don't understand how they got there. They must have been planted. Which everyone did think there was a couple shaky things and weird things that happened when he was arrested. And I question him. Like, I mean, he may have done it, but like, he shouldn't be tried as a terrorist. I've seen people get out on murder for way less than that. At max 15 years. Because, I mean, he's suffering from trauma. What do you want to say? What do you want him to do? He was getting health care denied when he came from a good family. It's enough to drive anybody crazy. I can't blame him. Now, would I do that? Absolutely not. But, you know, sometimes straw breaks the camel's back. And that's what we saw. I don't think he should go to prison for life. And the fact that United Healthcare just made headlines denying coverage from somebody that has supposed coverage by you guys just so they can save a couple extra dollars makes me look at Luigi as a hero and not a villain. And I think a couple more of you guys and a couple more of you United Healthcare CEOs should get taken up top to drive the message home that health insurance in the U.S. is a fucking scam. And everyone at home that says, no, you don't understand, you're not doing... Shut the fuck up. You've been peddled this stupid-ass lie that you have to pay into a system that doesn't work for you. Whether that's taxes, whether that's health insurance, whether that's car insurance. All those shit is capitalism. Capitalism works until greedy people take over. Greedy people has taken over our country 40, 50 years ago. Maybe even longer than that. And they've been in the 1% power and nothing but power. And now they fuck us anytime, any chance they get. And if you sitting there thinking, oh, well, no, maybe this is not going to change until you make a change. I swear to God, one day I think everybody should just stop paying their insurance. Every single person. Throw this shit upside down. Fuck them. And that's the thing. It's tough because there's going to be people that die. Or they're going to use excuses. And they're going to kill a bunch of us off to be like, well, we have the power. But we have the power as people. And I feel like most doctors have this moral compass of like, oh, we want to save people. We want to help people. But there's this line that gets drawn by the insurance company that said, no, fuck that. And if you somehow in your honest mind believe that there's not enough money to go around to help and cure people, I don't know what to tell you. We got no fucking chance. There's nothing I can do for you. But man, Luigi, shout out to you, bro. This bit of corruption, I could see shit like this coming from a mile away. Dweeb Hegseth said, we need to get cheap drones. We don't need to spend money on expensive missiles. AKA, I'm going to give a bunch of government contracts to Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, and we're going to send them a bunch of fucking money. Why? Because they're good little boys and they're part of the family. So now all the money for our tax dollars is going to go to their drone company, and they're going to get filthy fucking rich.
Drone dominance is a billion-dollar program funded by President Trump's big, beautiful bill. It is purpose-built on the pillars of the War Department's new acquisition philosophy, a stable demand signal to expand the U.S. drone industrial base by leveraging private capital paired with flexible contracting built for commercial companies founded by our best engineers and entrepreneurs.
And the corruption doesn't stop there. The Pentagon has new press, a.k.a. their new dick suckers who are only on their knees and will only say things when they're allowed to, and the Pentagon approves. And it's just been killing me because all these people keep on taking these dumbass pictures. New cubicle, look what I've achieved. You haven't achieved anything other than showing you can suck dick on a public and extraordinary, egregious scale. And all of them bragging. That's why I don't need my journalism degree. Okay, yeah, sure. Maybe journalism degrees are overrated and maybe they're expensive. But for you to use this as a dunk, especially you, when your bitch ass couldn't even talk publicly on camera without freezing up. Yeah, I remember you stupid fuck.
Intentional. It's Hamas's plan The problem is that their plan is essentially to spread this propaganda throughout the internet by using sorry guys.
All right, let's go to RA's Cam. Get yourself together there, my friend.
The launching of missiles from densely populated urban areas like the Gaza Strip, it essentially, they want people to see what is happening. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Ari, I want to get to this political...
Fumbling, bumbling, dumbass bitch. Can't even public speak because you too scared. You don't even know how to stand on business. Shit is hilarious to me. There's a reason you never see me ass on CNN, Fox News, none of them shits, because I'm mean. And I'm going to call that shit how it is. I'm not going to play with none of these people. I immediately call shit out. Man, what? Shut the fuck up. I would obviously say that on TV. I'll use better language, but I'll be like, whoop, throw the flag, review the play. What did you just say? It sounds like the stupidest thing I ever heard. Let's view the logic. And nobody's going to talk over me because I'm talking mad loud. Now, on the sports, news, random other things, because this is Lawrence Johnson, so I'll cover whatever the fuck I want to cover. CP3, ain't no way they did you like that, son. Ain't no way, my boy. I couldn't believe that shit. I ain't gonna lie. They called this man up or texted him in the middle of the night, right around 12 a.m., and said, hey, yeah, we gonna need you to head home. This 40-year-old Chris Paul, the one that invented Lob City for y'all niggas. And you just sending him to the crib, waving him? Y'all niggas was already ass, boy. I don't understand. He about to have his farewell tour. We got the All-Star game in Los Angeles, and this is how you do, bro? I mean, I can't. The game don't love y'all, man. That shit is crazy, son. Do not let motherfuckers try to make your decision and be like, oh, NBA players are selfish. This is why. Because you see how fast he gets kicked to the curb? They're talking about, we're going to help him in his next step of his career. Nigga was mid-step. You swipe the bitch out from underneath him. Help in my next step? What, help me to retirement, bitch? Hell no. I'll be pissed. Almost as pissed as Jackson Dart seeing that New York Giants kicker muff that kick. I don't think I've ever seen that shit in all my life. I played so much Madden, you can't even do that shit in video games.
That goes down as a miss? I don't know. He never touched the ball. Gillen then got pounded. Patriots ball up.
You had one goal this season in Atlanta, man. Young Ho cool. Everybody's talking about my old bitch bad, but my young Ho cool. And now, look at you. Blaming shit on the holder? He really blamed it on the holder. He went on a press conference and was like, oh, I mean, well, the ball was moving. It was a little shaky, so I just didn't. Nah, bitch. Don't do that. You came up about a foot short. We saw it. Slow replayed it, too. Ain't on him, son. You're bugged out. And imagine you trying to get back to the crib, you in a Waymo, after a nice night out, and next thing you know, it pulls through a police standoff. Yeah, that's Waymo's latest action that they have just done, where somebody sitting in the back, police standoff, guns out, dude on the ground, in the color light barrage, like, oh, shit, don't kill me. And the Waymo pulls through, sees the yellow light. It's like, yeah, we see the cops. We see the culprit, but, like, that's none of our business. I got a place to be. I got to take my person home, and I got to go pick somebody else up. What? You hear from my lawyer immediately. Mental trauma. I almost died. Almost got me shot up. The robber was even thinking about getting in the car with me. You lucky you ain't black in the backseat. They been, fuck, what the fuck? Suspicious. We thought he was trying to help him out. We thought he was going to try to get in there with him. We ain't know. I ain't know what to do, so I shot him. I was like, fuck it. We'll figure it out. God damn. Every day, some new shit. Beefing with my bitch. Shout out G Herbo. And with our random white active danger of the week, we got Spencer Seabrook. Special white breed indeed. As you can see, he ain't new to this, he true this. He almost just died right off the rip. March for air, you guessed it. Death. Red Bull, nowhere in sight, so wild, strictly for vibes. And, I mean, high soloing off rip is egregious. But to do it with no rope, one misstep, one gust of wind, you die? Oh, hell no. What? Red Bull, I got your new athlete right here, and his name is Spencer. I just don't even understand how you, one, set the slack line up, and two, what made you think one day you're like, yeah, I need to go in the middle of British Columbia, thousands of feet above the ground, and I gotta walk from one end to the other without no rope. Why I strictly survive, man? Fuck it. Nobody done it before. I ain't never seen it before. And if I die, I die. Who cares? I don't know. Everybody, my legs would be shaking like a stripper. My hands sweating was just looking at the fucking video. He just did this on a regular middle of the day week? Fuck no. Jesus. Oh my days. I appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of Lawrence Johnson Show. Don't forget to hype this video up. And don't forget to hate and subscribe. You know, I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I'm going to be back on Friday. Comment below, man. Share your thoughts. Let me know what we can do better. Let me know what you want to see. I got some other videos I'm cooking up and some good ideas that's coming your way. I promise to God. I'll see y'all soon. I'm out.
Isn't it crazy how we will never be as young as we are right now? How this exact moment will never come again? We spend so much time waiting for the perfect time to start living, only to realize too late that time doesn't wait.
Everyone hates LAX, so please don't send that text. Everyone hates LAX, so please don't send that text. Don't call me up to pick you up. If you love me, don't hit me up. Everyone hates LAX, please don't send that text.